once again, and these are my favorite products for the month of July. So some of the things that I've been using a lot lately. There's just such a variety this month in terms of new things, rediscovered things that have just kind of like re-proven their worth in my makeup collection. And then I've even got something that in the past I didn't love so much, but it's totally kind of reinvented itself in my makeup collection. So I'm really excited to share these finds with you. The first thing that I must mention is a blush, and it's a Milani baked blush, and they have all these really kind of shimmery baked blushes, but they more recently came out with a couple of matte ones, and one of them, Delizioso Pink, I think is just a perfect blush shade. Lately I've really been enjoying these blushes that don't necessarily come across with their own special color on your cheeks, so to speak, or they don't stand out for their color. Just kind of a classic, give your face a glow, make your face look better kind of shade. And what's interesting about this shade is that while I do think it totally gives a glow to the skin, it doesn't give off shimmer. So it's just by nature of this bright pink color. When it shears out on your cheeks, I think it's just perfect. So I've got some of that on. I do have a little highlight on top of that if you are seeing some sheen here on my face, but the cheek color is this, and I don't know that you would have necessarily guessed, oh, that's a bright pink blush just kind of sheared out on her cheeks, but it really gives a flattering look. I would really recommend this for anybody just looking for a no-brainer blush that works with anything. Lip products. A couple different things to mention. First off, what I've been noticing that has been the thing that I'm just tossing in my purse lately. Sometimes I'll start the day with a different kind of lip product, but I know that if I'm out and about, I just want something to throw on quickly. And those have been a couple of these Maybelline Color Whispers. I really like some of the deeper, more intense color whispers. I think they're gorgeous. They give off an impressive amount of color. But lately over the summer, it's been some of the lighter shades that I've been using a bit more, including Pin Up Peach, probably one of my all-time favorites of the line, and that is what I have on now. You know, it gives that soft, peachy, corally look to the lips, but very lightweight. It just looks really natural, fresh, and when I want to reapply these, it's no big deal. I really don't even feel the need to look in the mirror. And the other one is the Lust for Blush color that I've talked about a lot. Great kind of pinky nude type of shade. I think it's a total standout in the whole line. So many people seem to enjoy the soft nude colors that have that hint of peach or a hint of pink, so if you like something a little on the pinky side, I think you'd enjoy this shade. Now on the other end of the spectrum, some more intense lip products that I've also been enjoying have definitely been the LA Girl Glazed lip paints. Full review on all 6 of the shades that they have in their line. I actually bought these in the 6-pack on ladymoss.com, so I have all the shades, and they remind me so much of OCC lip tars in their texture, and so that liquidy kind of consistency makes them very easy to mix, and then you create your own custom shades with them. Really full-on color on your lips, a little bit of shine when they're freshly put on, but then as they wear, I think they tend to wear pretty evenly for me. My favorite shade in the line that I've been enjoying the most is probably Blushing, kind of a mauve, a little bit berry type color, but there's definitely like a little hint of purple in this. It's a very interesting shade, pretty unique. And it's hard to pick favorites from this line because I really think they're all great and they all have their place, if not individually, as a mixer type of shade. But Bombshell would be the bright pink from this line. It's just classic, like hot pink, very intense. Love this shade for summer as well. I want to talk eyes and just a few brushes that seem to always be in my eye makeup rotation, whether I'm here at home. I recently traveled and it was like, yes, absolutely, I need to take these with me. And a couple of them are from Sonia Kashuk. I know I've talked tons and you've seen me use this a lot. The small shadow brush, it's so handy. I mean, it's great for precise placement of shadow. Maybe it's on the outer part of your lid, maybe the inner part of your lid. This could even smudge on your lower lash line, or maybe you just want to get it right in the crease and then blend it out with something else. It's just a really handy go-to brush. Love it so much. But more recently, the one I've been using alongside it has been the medium shadow brush. So if you look at these side by side, you can see the medium shadow brush is definitely wider, but when you turn them, it's a little bit fluffier as well. You can see there's a little more like separation of the bristles out there on the toward the tip. But I love this for like a wash of color all over your lid. Maybe you're just doing a quick look and it's like, I want it in my lid, I want it in my crease, psh, blend it out with a fluffy brush and you're done. Both of these are very, very useful for me. I've had them both for a long time. They've gone through so many cleanings and they kind of baffle me how I don't give them really any special care. I just, you know, wash them up like every other brush, and they maintain such a wonderful shape. And you would know with your flat brushes if, you know, the bristles are starting to go out everywhere and it's no longer giving you the precise placement you were after before. But these are great low-cost brushes. Would totally recommend them for your eyeshadow looks. A couple of other eye products to talk about. One of them is from Mally, and she has come out with the matte shadow sticks. You know, I love the Evercolor shadow sticks that are in this white packaging, but she recently came out with a matte duo. It's matte brown and matte black, and it comes with like a little double-ended brush. But these have continued to prove themselves to me in a whole other way. Not only can they make a great base for an eye look or a nice, you know, smudgy, smoky eyeliner, but they're awesome in the waterline. This matte black has been probably one of the most longest wearing things I have used in my lower inner rim here, where many of us struggle to keep a product in there. I will go through a whole day and double check on this, and this is still there, and I'm baffled by it. It's so long wearing. I knew these sticks already were long wearing, but now they've come out with these couple of really rich, dark, matte shades. I mean, it works so well in the waterline. I know this is an individual thing though, because some people get super watery, some people, you know, rub their eyes a lot, or they've got all these circumstances where a product may not last. So I can't really guarantee that it's going to work the same way on every person, but for me, it's absolutely been wonderful. Most of what's in the rest of the line is shimmery, so it was nice to see something matte come out. Finally, for the makeup, this is the product that I know when it first came out, I racked up a bunch of dupes. I'm like, all these shades are pretty common. I don't think this is a total must-have palette, and slowly it has edged its way into my makeup routine. The main reason why is because when I was doing that electric challenge with the Urban Decay electric palette, like 100% bright colors, I needed something else to pull in that contained some very basic colors so I could, you know, have highlights or have crease colors and this and that. And so Naked Basics has really been awesome for me. You know, you open it up and you think, wow, those are some pretty typical shades, you know, a few light highlight shades. You got a brown, you got a black, largely matte colors with the exception of this one. And ever since doing the electric challenge, I've kind of kept this out and kept it very handy for myself here on my makeup table. And I've been reaching for it so much more, not just alongside bright shades, but stuff like this. Like, you know, I have one random kind of colorful shade that I'm using on my lid, and then I go to this palette and I used Faint, you know, in my crease. I used a little bit of Crave in my eyeliner. Foxy was my highlight under the brow. So it's just really been a great companion palette for me. And yes, I do have like all of these shades in singles throughout my collection, but the handiness, the convenience factor of having them together in a little palette that's very compact, and if you were traveling and you were taking some other palette that just, you know, didn't quite have everything you need, didn't have all the basics, you know that when you toss this in, you do pretty much have everything you need. So I gotta say, this product, at first I didn't see that it was worth that much to me, and now I'm enjoying it more and more. And you could get looks just, you know, with this palette on its own. They would be very basic, very neutral, but I've really enjoyed it, like I said, as a companion palette to some other palettes that might be lacking a few things. I also really wanted to mention something for those of you who might also be spending some time in the pool and getting a lot of chlorine in your hair and potentially chlorine buildup happening. I noticed that happening in my hair. For me, it wasn't something necessarily visible that I could look at my hair and see, but it just didn't feel as clean as it normally did up in the roots. And so I knew I needed something that went beyond my typical shampoo and conditioner. And so I got the, something called, is it Aqua Swim? Ultra Swim, and I actually bought it at Ulta. It's a shampoo and conditioner specially formulated to remove chlorine from your hair. And that did a pretty good job, but I still didn't feel like 100% clean. I mean, I can just tell my hair is very fine, very straight, and it just has that slickness to it, you know, when it's really, really clean. and I just wasn't feeling it. A little light bulb went off in my head, and I remembered when my mom had me use this when I was quite a bit younger, and it's the Neutrogena shampoo anti-residue formula. This stuff totally cleans the hair. I tell you, I use it maybe once or twice a week depending on how much I've been swimming, and it does such a great job of getting my hair super clean. You know, I still use a pretty heavy duty conditioner on my ends. I talked about the Carol's Daughter Manoy deep conditioning hair mask thing. That's still awesome for me. I love it. In terms of my scalp and just getting everything super clean, this is the bomb. It really goes there. One thing about this that you will notice is it smells very manly. I think it has a very strong scent that makes me think of a guy's cologne, and that doesn't necessarily bother me. I don't feel like that scent lingers big time in my hair, but you will totally smell it. Like, you can't miss this scent. So if that sounds like it might be a little bothersome to you, maybe this isn't something you want to go for, but if you're kind of feeling a little desperate for some super squeaky clean hair after your pool time, this may be worth checking out, and, you know, just drugstore prices. So there you go. That's my best in beauty for the month of July. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your days and out of your summer to watch these videos. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.